Hello, students, brand new CSUSB Coyotes. We are excited to have you. Thanks for joining our Coyote First Step welcome video. This recording will take about 20 or so minutes to introduce you to the program, orient you to things that are going to happen, hopefully answer some of the questions you have. But I hope you're viewing this before the program begins and can get all the information that is needed. So my name is Aurora Vilches. I am the program coordinator for Coyote First Step.
Hi everyone, my name is Monica McMahon and I serve as the Coyote First Step co-curricular coordinator.
So we wanted to touch base a little bit about the program and important things, but I really wanted to give you a brief overview and make sure you all understand what we hope you all accomplish for this program. So the name of the program, as you've seen, is Coyote First Step, but STEP is actually an acronym for Student Transition Enrichment Program. So it's really to prepare you for this transition as you exit high school and prepare to enter college and what it means to be a college student. And so we're going to focus on supporting your transition and preparing you to be successful. We want to focus on these 4 areas. First one being connection. So you really get an opportunity to connect with your peers. And although it might seem difficult in a virtual format, we're going to go over all of the great ways that this can still happen. And we really would like to encourage you to be active in this connection. In addition to your peers and other students, we want you to connect with our staff, Monica and myself and other staff that are here working on the program. And of course, the faculty, the instructors for your math or English course. We're really excited for you to make the connections with them and stay engaged. The second goal that we hope that you'll receive as a part of this program is navigation. And so we really know that coming to the campus is a big deal, but more importantly, we want you to know about the campus and its resources. So it doesn't require you to actually walk into a building to learn about things like advising and the registrar's office and student financial services and what all of those things do. So we have a lot of those resources that are going to be brought to you and shared with you during this program. So we really want you to know how to access those. Our next goal is math self-efficacy. And this is really applicable for our math and English students, but primarily all of you are taking our math course. And we really want you to increase your belief about your ability to be successful. We know sometimes there's a lot of stereotypes about math being difficult. We want to break down some of those barriers and make sure you're successful and know that everyone is capable of doing this. We're going to make sure you have the resources needed to do it. And then the last one here, the 4th one, college skills. What does that mean to be a college student? And what do you need to do to be a successful college student? We're going to explore some of those things. What does success look like for you in terms of your academics, reaching out for support, getting resources to make sure that you are going to be able to be the best that you can be while you're a CSUSB student. So again, these are our 4 goals. We really hope you get out of participating in our 2-week program this summer. All right, so this is our daily schedule. And so of course, many of you have seen our program does begin Monday, July 6th and goes for 2 weeks through Friday, July 7th. It's just Monday through Friday, so weekends are all free to yourself. But for the 10 days, this is approximately what you're going to be doing. In the morning, we really want to focus on the academic piece. So English does not have a designated set time. And I'll talk a little bit about these 2 words you see here, asynchronous and synchronous, and what that really means. But we're hoping you plan about an hour and a half each day to complete your English assignments. If you are in the math program, you will have a designated time to log in and participate in your academic course, either the 9 to 10 a.m. class or 10:15 to 11:15 a.m. class. And depending on when you're watching this video, you likely have already received your confirmation email indicating which time frame you are registered for and who your instructor is. There's going to be a coming email announcement with a lot of that information, and so hopefully questions will be answered about that. Then every day we will break for lunch, grab a snack, grab some fuel for your body as you go on for the rest of the day. But we're going to have this hour, 11:30 to 12:30, packed with some fun, exciting activities that Monica will speak about a little bit later on in this video. And then the main piece of Coyote First Step, aside from your academic component, is our ESPU 1000 resource class. And this resource class is going to have so many great information, tools for you to use, resources that you need to learn how to access. And so this is an hour and a half. And this is also going to be partnered with some breaks, getting into some small groups, and we'll talk a little bit more about what that exactly looks like in a bit here. And then lastly, if you are in the math program, you will have your math lab. And this is where your tutors will be supporting you every day, either Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, or open lab on Fridays, where you'll connect for approximately 30 minutes on both of those days to really refresh, and they'll talk about what you need to do for that. Again, you will be contacted by your math instructors and the math tutors or your English instructor about a lot of this upcoming activity. But basically, this is the daily schedule for all of the students. So what is online instruction? And there's been a lot of words thrown out: virtual, online, asynchronous, synchronous. So I wanted to take a minute here in this video to kind of really explain this to you, so you can't say you didn't know later on, right? Okay, so online instruction is really just anything that's happening over the internet. Right now you're watching this video, whatever time of day, on your own. But the biggest difference I want to focus on the next two is how a lot of things are going to be delivered. Now, this video was posted for you to watch whenever you wanted to, at different times for most of you. So this is considered an asynchronous assignment, where you can log on whenever you'd like, whenever you need to complete this requirement of watching this video. Alternatively, there's going to be quite a few synchronous learning opportunities where you're going to have to log on at the same time as everyone else. So there's a designated date and time. So pay attention to what things are what order. A lot of this pre-programmed things are going to be asynchronous, where you get them done before the program begins, like your pre-programmed survey, which we will talk about as well. But the actual activities, such as the lunch activity, our daily ESPU 1000 course, and our breakouts with peer mentors, are going to be synchronous, requiring you to log on at a specific time. So there's a lot of things you have to plan for, and we'll give you some tips about how to do that so you can be successful in participating in either synchronous or asynchronous activities.
For the app. So right now we want to give you directions on how to download Blackboard on your mobile device. So by going to your app store, you can locate the Blackboard app. As you can see, the icon is a pencil. Once downloaded, Blackboard is going to have you select your university. You can find Cal State by searching CSU-San Bernardino. This will allow you to log in using your university credentials. So it will ask for your Coyote ID and Coyote password. Once you are logged in with your university credentials, you can select the main menu and select courses. This will allow you to then select your ESPU 1000 course. Under this course, you will be able to access all information required for this CFS session. So as you will see, announcements will give you daily updates provided by the CFS staff, and course content will provide you information regarding programs, event flyers, and groups. We have a video that we will show you next. To navigate your app, you can select your main menu, courses, ESPU 1000, and then announcements and course content. Looking at course content, you can easily access the CFS 2020 program booklet. The booklet has all information about program deadlines, information about technology, upcoming events, and so many more features. In addition to the booklet, you'll be able to select lunch activities. Each of our daily lunch activity flyers will be on here for you to reference. Lastly, we'll be using the groups function. You will be pre-assigned to a group, so you can go ahead and select your group and manage features such as group discussions in order to communicate with your other group mates and the student mentors.
All right, so in addition to Blackboard, there's a bunch of other technology tools, but one of the most important ones is going to be Zoom. Many of you have heard of Zoom. We're turning into Zoom University over here. This is the way everyone is connecting through video conferencing. Monica and I right now are using Zoom to record this video for you. So it has a great feature of recording, so you can save it and have a video later. So and keep that in mind in case anything comes up. But there's two main ways to access. The first one here is through My Coyote, through the web-based version. You'll click the collaborate tile and then you'll see the Zoom conferencing icon. And then that's where you can set up your profile, add your personal information. Hopefully you can add a profile photo, and then this is your account with university as long as you're a student here. So it'll be very beneficial this summer for our program as well as for all of your fall courses. The second set of steps here are information about the app. So again, just like the Blackboard app, go to your app store on your mobile device. You can see the icon there of what the app looks like. When you sign on though, if you scroll down underneath the part where it says email and password, click the SSO. That's the single sign-on. And then you'll see there step 4, it's going to ask you to enter the domain name, and that is CSUSB. So this is associating your account with your university account because the university is paying for you to have all of the cool features to access this tool. The free version, if any of you have used that, has limited capability. You do have much more capability when you're using your official CSUSB account. So you definitely want to log in that way under your CSUSB domain. And then this is a cool way for you to download the desktop app if you'd like. There's a bunch of features that I'll kind of talk through as well. All right, one of those great tools is the Zoom chat feature. So this is just a screenshot of either the mobile device version or the desktop version of the chat feature. And you're really encouraged to add a contact in the contacts portion of Zoom. Add me as a contact if you want to test it out, but any of your classmates, perhaps your tutors might ask you to join via Zoom chat, an instructor, or any staff member at the university, because everyone has a Zoom account, as I mentioned, associated with their university ID number. You can share files, you can do the screen sharing, you can set up a meeting at any time, but the chat function is really cool as well. A great way to stay connected. So we encourage you to use this feature throughout this program. And again, still a great tool as you transition into fall as we do virtual courses then as well.
So since we are learning through Zoom, we do want to remind you all of a few tips on Zoom etiquette. So to begin, respect presenters and classmates. We know that you are going to be on your phone or on your laptop viewing the presentation, but make sure that you're not scrolling through Instagram or doing any online shopping. Punctual. Make sure that you connect a few minutes early so that you're able to join us right when the presentation begins. Mute your microphone while presenters are speaking so that we don't hear any of that background noise. Secondly, be a good participant. Enable your video and use the CFS virtual background that you see Aurora and I currently using. Be sure to engage with presenters and student mentors through your Q&A and chat features. Lastly, we're in college now, so let's make sure to be mature. Be appropriate at all times, both verbally and digitally. As a friendly reminder, since we are online, your name is associated with you, so it's not anonymous. Also, to let you know, both ESPU 1000 and the lunch activities are synchronous activities. So that means you do have to be logged on during the assigned class times. Beginning the second day, Tuesday, July 7th, we will be hosting daily lunch activities beginning at 11:30 a.m. So as a reminder, they do begin at 11:30, so be sure to sign on a couple minutes before. These lunchtime activities are optional, so it's your choice to join or not, but we do highly encourage you to go to as many as possible. We also encourage you to grab your lunch and relax with us while engaging in the activities. The lunch activities will be using Zoom meetings so that we're able to see faces and interact so that we're able to build those connections. Some of the activity topics include a midday dance party, speed friending with ASI, and what's cooking. All activities will be guided with instructors. For example, paint and sip, we will give you materials such as paint palettes and watercolor paper sent home in your welcome bag. This will allow you to engage with our instructor and paint a CSUSB spirit photo.
All right, as we mentioned, each afternoon you will be joining us for our ESPU 1000 resource class. It is another synchronous activity. This one, as you can see, 12:45. So as Monica reminded you, please plan to log in a couple minutes early, just that way you avoid any connection issues and you're ready to participate. This is different from lunch because it's not optional. This is expected for you to participate. We know you all signed up on your registration form, and at the end you acknowledged all of the required participants' times that you would log in, and we're ready to commit to participating in this program. We know you're going to earn academic credit, but we want you to gain all of those resources and knowledge that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So this will be hosted via Zoom webinar. So it's a little bit different than regular Zoom meetings. So you don't have to worry about your video being on because your face won't be shown during this format. It'll be a little bit more how this video is right now, where you're watching a presentation. They will be live, but the presenters won't necessarily need to see your face and interact. You're not expected to, talk or engage in video conferencing, but we want you to use the Q&A and chat features. Monica talked a little bit about that when she was explaining the benefits of using Zoom and the etiquette. So type in your questions. That's the way we know you're participating. Asking questions to the presenters. So there's going to be tons of topics. They're listed here. It's a different topic each day, a different presenter from a different resource. So good example right here at the top is the Career Center. So do any of you have questions about working on campus as a student or getting a job as a college student? What advice do they have? Do they have a database for jobs? Which yes, they do, but a great way for you to ask them those types of questions. So chatting and using the Q&A feature is the way we want you to engage. Monica is going to talk about some incentives and benefits of you participating at the end as well. Another one here is student engagement panel. A lot of you might be thinking, how am I going to stay engaged in a virtual college? I don't know about clubs or orgs, but this panel is going to be students who have had their experience, and they're going to talk. Their whole spring quarter was virtual, so they just went through the end of their last term, so they know what it means to be a virtual college student. And we'll talk about things that help, that were very beneficial, maybe a couple of things to avoid. And then you'll see there's a couple of subjects on here that are awesome resources that are all free. As a student, you're paying fees that basically cover how we offer these services. So there's a writing center. You're going to have a lot of papers that you're going to have to write in college, and we have writing center tutors who will read your paper over and help you, making sure that there's no grammatical errors or typos, or maybe you just need help thinking of what your paper should be about. They're going to talk for a whole session on the services that they provide. And so again, these are great resources. So these presentations during ESPU 1000 are very important for you to engage in. Again, that Q&A feature. Maybe plan to take notes if you're a person who is more of a kinesthetic and you remember things when you write them down. That's a good tip as well. So really focus on what you're doing during this time. And then it starts at 12:45, but the presenter doesn't go for the whole time till 2:10. That's an hour and a half. That's a really long time for you to be sitting here. maybe you need a restroom break or a water break. So there is a break in there, and then we're going to transition into a small group, and I'll talk about that next. All right, so that breakout that I just mentioned is going to be with our peer mentoring program here on campus. Our student mentors are students, college students just like you. Many of them are in their second, third, maybe entering their fourth year with the university. And the whole purpose of their program is to support first-year students. So you coming in the fall makes you a first-year student, and they are going to have this great opportunity to begin work with you this summer. So it's part of the ESPU 1000 course. It's connected, but it's 30 minutes right after that presentation. So 1:40 to about 2:10 p.m., we will give you that break that I mentioned so you can, stretch or do what's needed. And then you can interact and engage with our student mentors. So the student mentors will also be participating every day in the lunchtime activities, and they will have just listened to that ESPU resource course presentation done by whoever's presenting for the day. So then you'll talk, you can have questions related to the topic, maybe to your major. We have mentors from all of the different colleges on our university with the different majors. So there's a nice variety of students you can interact with and ask them questions. This is where we are going to use the groups feature in Blackboard. So there's a screenshot here with the groups section circled in red. Every day you're going to want to click on that link so you can meet with your small group. You're going to get to know them. Every day will be different mentors, so you'll have a nice opportunity to meet a variety. And if there's anyone that you connect with, maybe you realize you have the same major, or maybe you went to the same high school, or maybe you have the same career aspiration and you want to connect with that person, they do individual one-on-one mentoring during the academic year. So you'll be able to sign up and request a mentor to help guide you for the rest of fall and spring. So that way you can keep the relationship going. So it's just important that you remember where the links are. Again, that groups is circled there in red is where you will find your daily Zoom link. So you'll have a daily Zoom link for the ESPU 1000 presentation. Then you'll break and get that time to log out and, as I mentioned, stretch and then transition into your small group. So then you'll click a different link for this small group link. We'll try to send reminders through the Blackboard app, so it is important, to turn on the notifications after you download the app so you can get reminders about where things are located. We are sharing this here with you now. Maybe you need to rewatch this video, but it's a lot of information and we do realize that. So come back to this video, ask us in any of the chats, or reach out to a peer mentor if you're needing support in any area.
So why is it so important to get connected with the campus resources? These events are hosted to introduce you to student life here at CSUSB. They are a great way to connect with staff and student organizations, which will then help and benefit you to successfully complete your degree within the 4 years. And an incentive to it is prizes will be given away at each event. So if you see the sides of this screen, we have cute little coyotes, water bottles, lanyards, socks, t-shirts, sweatshirts, so much more. So if you participate, you will definitely be added into an opportunity drawing. All prizes will be mailed to you, so you do not have to worry about coming to campus to pick them up. You'll be able to come back to campus once it opens with some nice CSUSB swag to show off. As we begin to wrap up this video, we have a few reminders for you. First, make sure to attend one of our drive-through materials pickup. This you will be able to pick up your welcome bag and any technology that you may have requested through the program. If you will be attending the San Bernardino campus during the fall, you have 2 dates to choose from. The first is Wednesday, July 1st from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. or Thursday, July 2nd from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Both of these pickup locations will take place in Parking Structure East, which is behind the university. Please check your email for a map. If you are attending the Palm Desert campus in the fall, your pickup day will be Thursday, July 2nd from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Secondly, Make sure to complete the pre-programmed survey, which can be found on your Blackboard assignments. This does need to be completed before you begin the program on Monday, July 6th. Attend the instructor welcome meeting. This will also be emailed to you by your instructor with the date and time that your class will be meeting. And lastly, join ESPU 1000 at 12:45 p.m. on Monday, July 6th.
Just reminding you again, my name is Aurora Vilches. I am the program coordinator, and I have Monica McMahon as our CFS co-curricular coordinator. We both have our emails listed here. Mine is my last name, Vilches, Monica McMahon. They're both at CSUSB. You can connect with us via email, as I mentioned on the Zoom chat, give us a call, whatever way you want to connect with us is best. We want to support you and guide you if you still have any questions. We will be with you throughout this program, so you'll see us every day during the lunch activity and ESPU 1000. So check in with us, chat with us, and just engage. We hope you have a really good time during this program. We know you're taking the right step and getting engaged early with the summer. This was optional for you all. No one forced you. No one said you have to do math this summer, but you all said yes to the invitation, which is a huge testament to what kind of college student you're going to be. So another way to get connected with us, we have our social media handle there. The Coyote First Step program is part of the Undergraduate Studies Department at CSUSB. So our social media handles are UGS CSUSB. We'll be posting reminders about the event as well. So in addition to Blackboard, check us out on social media. And we just really want to connect with you and hope you have a great time this summer.
On behalf of the CFS staff, we would like to welcome you to the path, and you're officially a Coyote for Life now.